Welcome to the TreeTips tutorial. Over the next few minutes, you'll become well versed in how to get the most out of Ancestral Quest's built-in research tool, TreeTips. Have you ever wished that your family tree software would just do your genealogy for you? While TreeTips won't do it all for you, it can show you many of the records that you need to extend your family lines or verify information of which you are unsure. It can also point you to the shared research of others, which may save you hundreds of hours of research. Let me add an acknowledgement that Ancestral Quest doesn't do all of this by itself. Thousands of volunteers, professionals, and investors have spent enormous time and resources to make this data available in such companies as Family Search, Find My Past, Ancestry.com, MyHeritage, and others. TreeTips is a new technology that simply coordinates the benefits of these services in Ancestral Quest to make them available at your fingertips as you research and record your family tree. As you enter family data into Ancestral Quest can work in the background looking for hints from Family Search and Find My Past. As hints are found, Ancestral Quest will show you hint icons to alert you that hints are available. In addition, the powerful new advanced searching options of TreeTips allows you to find the best records from Ancestry.com and MyHeritage with a couple of clicks of your mouse. Whether notice of records comes to you via hints or whether you initiate advanced searches, TreeTips opens the door to finding family records in the world's largest repositories of genealogical records and compiled trees as you grow your tree. So let's get started. You can enable or disable TreeTips by simply going to the View menu and selecting the TreeTips option. When this option is active, you will see TreeTips icons next to each name in both the pedigree and in the family views. When you are ready to do some research on any person in your file, simply hold your mouse cursor over the TreeTips icon for that person to open this window and select your research options. This screen has three sections: Hints, Predefined Advanced Searches, and Additional Favorite Sites. Let's first review the hinting capabilities in more detail. When a hinting option is enabled, Ancestral Quest will communicate with these services while you are doing other tasks, gathering research hints for you to examine when you're ready. If you are not actively researching using a particular type of hinting, you can disable that hinting service, as shown here, to cut down the amount of internet traffic between your computer and these online services. Let me first show you how to use hints from Find My Past, a service based in England with nearly 3 billion searchable records. Simply make sure the Find My Past hinting service is enabled. As long as the Find My Past hints are enabled, Ancestral Quest will actively research for hints for people you see on your screen. As hints are found, you'll see little blue flags display next to the tree tip icons, showing how many hints are available for you to look at. If the flag is a lighter blue, the count tells you how many new pending hints are available for you to examine. If the flag is a darker blue, the count will tell you how many confirmed hints can be reviewed for the person. To review the hints, hover your mouse over the TreeTips icon. If no hints have been found for the person you are working with, the View Hints button will be unavailable. If there are hints to see, you'll see how many of them are pending, confirmed, or rejected. Simply click on the View Hints button to see the hints in your browser. As you find information you'd like to copy from the Find My Past records into your Ancestral Quest file, let me recommend that you adjust your screen so you can see both Ancestral Quest and your browser at the same time. Let me grab the left edge of this screen and move it over. And grab the right edge of Ancestral Quest and move it over. Note that the tool I am using for the tutorial limits me as to the screen sizes I can use. On your monitors, you will probably have a higher resolution, so you'll be able to see more of both Ancestral Quest and your browser as you do this. At this point, you can review the hinted records to see if any are indeed a match. As I look at these two, they both appear to be of my Sarah Ann Nebeker. Let me take a look at this 1870 census. I'll click on Review to see the transcript. I can see her parents and siblings at the time. Since I prefer to always examine the original document when it is available, let me click on the View Image icon and zoom in. I can take my time examining the information in all of the columns of the census to glean what I can, and then add family members from this census record into my database. Then I'll want to examine the other hint, but I won't take the time to do that now, as I'm only trying to teach you how to use hints. If I see any hints that are not of my ancestor, I'd click the Reject button to let Find My Past be aware not to show that to me in the future. Now let's take a quick look at the Family Search hints. Family Search is a service based in Utah with over 5 billion searchable records. I could keep both types of hints active, but for this tutorial, I just want to focus on one type of hint or advanced search at a time. So let me close the Find My Past hinting by opening the TreeTips window by hovering on the TreeTips icon next to any name and clicking Disable. Family Search hints are a little different than the Find My Past hints in a couple of areas. First, even though Find My Past provides hints for free, they require that you have a subscription to view most of their records. On the other hand, both the hints and the viewing of most records on Family Search are free. For some records, Family Search may send you to another site to view the record, and you may have to pay a fee on the other site, but most records, in my experience, are free on Family Search. Second, Family Search provides hints for records that it already has in its family tree database. If you are looking for helpful research records from Family Search hinting, you must allow Family Search to have a copy of your records so that they can do the analysis to provide the hints. Depending on whether you or another researcher has already provided records of your ancestry to Family Search, they may already have copies of your records, and thus they may already have hints waiting for you. Or you may have to upload your records to Family Search so that they can start looking through their billions of records to see if they can find hints for you. I'll demonstrate these situations shortly. Third, when Find My Past provides you with hints, these hints are just for you. You can confirm or reject them as you view them. However, with Family Search, the hints are for all users of Family Search simultaneously. Only the first person to see a pending hint will see it as pending. Once that person confirms or rejects the hint, other users will either see the hint as already confirmed, or they may not see it at all because it was rejected. A little later, I'll give some important tips to getting the most out of Family Search hints. For now, I'll cover the basics. In order to use Family Search hints, you have to make sure that the Ancestral Quest to Family Search connection is activated. Do this by going to the Tools menu, dropping down to Preferences, and make sure this box for Connect with Family Search is checked. Next, you have to be logged into Family Search. You can either go to the Family Search menu of Ancestral Quest and select Login, or you can simply go about using the Family Search hints, in which case Ancestral Quest will ask you to log in when needed. If you don't already have an account with Family Search, you'll need to set one up before you can use these hints. It's free. Now let's turn on the Family Search hints by hovering our mouse over the TreeTips icon next to the name of a person we want to research and enabling these hints. Once enabled, Ancestral Quest will start communicating with Family Search to retrieve hints for the people shown in your current pedigree or family view. As hints are found, notice the little green flags that appear next to the TreeTips icons. If the flag is light green, the number tells you how many pending hints are available for you to examine. If the flag is dark green, it means there are no pending hints for the person. Instead, the number tells you how many confirmed hints are available to review. Ancestral Quest has now found 29 confirmed hints for Sarah Ann Nebeker. Notice that you can see how many pending, confirmed, and rejected hints are available from Family Search. Let me point out another difference between the Find My Past hints that we were just looking at compared to the Family Search hints we are now looking at. With Find My Past, you had a single View Hints button, which took you to a web page on the Find My Past site, which then showed you the various hints available to you. In contrast, Family Search sends a brief description of each hint directly to Ancestral Quest. You will drop down this list of hints and select the hint you want to look at here rather than on a Family Search page. Let's take these Idaho death certificates. Ancestral Quest will instruct your default browser to show you this hint. Sometimes the page will include a link to view the image, and other times you will only see a transcript of the record. Pending hints will also have an option to convert the hint into a source and attach the source to the record on Family Search. Once a hint has been converted to a source, Ancestral Quest has a means of downloading that source into your personal database so the hints that you find can become part of your own family file. We've now covered the basics of using hints from within Ancestral Quest. Let's turn off the family search hints for now. A powerful part of TreeTips is the ability to do advanced searching on various online genealogy sites. While there are others, let's focus on performing advanced searches on Ancestry.com and MyHeritage. If your experience is like mine, you'll find that Find My Past may give you different hints than Family Search, and that the records you find by using the advanced searching of Ancestry.com and MyHeritage also provides different records. Each service has some of the same records to search through, and each service has unique records that you can only find using their service. As you try to turn over every stone looking for clues about your ancestors, you will want to use each service to find out what they have to offer. Ancestry.com is a service based in Utah with over 20 billion searchable records. Ancestral Quest provides several methods for initiating advanced searches on Ancestry.com, but the newest and easiest method is to use the TreeTips icons next to each name in your file. Let's start by hovering the mouse cursor over the TreeTips icon next to the name of a person we want to research. Ancestral Quest provides searches on two different parts of the Ancestry.com datasets. The World Connect project is associated with RootsWeb, which is one of the earliest grassroots efforts to allow genealogists to share their research via compiled GEDCOM files with others over the Internet. Access to these compiled genealogies is free. Simply click on the World Connect button to initiate a search. From time to time, the engineers at Ancestry.com change the interface to World Connect. Currently, Ancestral Quest is able to send some information from your record to a search window in World Connect. You then need to scroll down and click on the search button to continue. If World Connect finds any results, you'll see a list from which you can explore genealogies. Let's click on the second item in this list of genealogies. Notice the current options to view the genealogy. Let's select the pedigree view and scroll down to give you some indication of the type of information you can glean from World Connect. Let's now go back to Ancestral Quest. The Ancestry.com button will perform an advanced search on the 20 billion records available at Ancestry.com for the selected person. Let me tell you what we mean by advanced search. Ancestral Quest will compile information you have already entered into your database on the name, birth, marriage, and death of the selected individual, along with the names of the parents and spouse. With this information, Ancestry.com is able to retrieve quality results comparable to its own hinting service. Let's show you how this works by clicking the Ancestry.com button. Ancestral Quest instructs your default browser to do an advanced search on Ancestry.com for the name of your ancestor and show you a list of possible matches. Once on this screen, you will likely find one or more results which match your person. Notice that Ancestral Quest has sent the name of the selected person along with the birth, marriage, and death information and the names of the parents and spouse. When you select a matching record to view more information about it, Ancestry.com will typically then show you a list of suggested records. These are often the same records that Ancestry.com would show you if you were using the hinting built into Ancestry.com. You can now enjoy looking through this list of records, which are very likely records for your specific ancestor. Finally, let's discuss advanced searching on MyHeritage. MyHeritage is a service based in Israel with over 6 billion searchable records. When Ancestral Quest performs an advanced search on MyHeritage, it sends the name of your selected person along with the birth, marriage, and death information from your Ancestral Quest file. It also sends the names of the person's father, mother, and spouse. With this information, MyHeritage is able to display high-quality matches for you. To initiate an advanced search on MyHeritage, hover your mouse cursor over the TreeTips icon for any name on the Family View or Pedigree View, then click the MyHeritage button. Notice that Ancestral Quest has sent the name, birth, marriage, and death information, along with the names of the parents and spouse. This has allowed MyHeritage to find many very likely matches in its records. I believe MyHeritage calls these compiled genealogies smart matches, and they call original records record matches. I personally like to see the record matches versus the smart matches, and I think the way you get to them with the current layout of MyHeritage is to select a smart match that contains the person you're after, and then click on View Record. And while you're seeing information about your ancestor in that compiled genealogy, MyHeritage is looking for record matches. And down in this section of the screen, it now shows the record matches that I believe are equivalent to the record match hints that MyHeritage might send to its other products. There are other ways of searching for records on MyHeritage. I have only shown one method that should be helpful to those just getting started. In summary, the Ancestral Quest Advanced Search will send data from your own files to MyHeritage to give you the best chance of quickly finding the data records that will help you in your research. Let's now go back to Ancestral Quest and take a quick look at the other options on the TreeTips window. So let me again hover my cursor over the icon. One of the other searches that are available is to GeniaNet. I believe that primarily has records for those with French ancestry. Notice that we have also Find My Past and Family Search advanced searches. You may wonder why we have both hinting for Family Search and Find My Past and advanced searches. I have found over the time I've looked at these that sometimes the advanced searches turn up records that don't show up in the hints. And so Ancestral Quest provides you both methods for getting the most out of these two services. Lastly, notice this additional favorite sites. This is simply a shortcut for going to Ancestral Quest's Internet menu and selecting Search Favorite Sites. For many years, Ancestral Quest has allowed users to create their own internet searches using this Favorite Sites feature. Some of those favorite sites are simply links, like bookmarks, to sites that the user enjoys visiting. Other favorite sites are set up to be searches on such sites as Find a Grave. This Search Favorite Sites option lets a user focus only on those favorite sites which are searchable. The Additional Favorite Sites button on the TreeTips window makes this Search Favorite Sites feature available with the other research options of TreeTips and is discussed in other videos. I promised earlier to review some additional tips for working with family search hints. Notice the tree icons that appear at the right of each name. When the icon is dark blue, it means that you have linked your records with the corresponding record in Family Search Family Tree. When the tree is gray, it means you have not yet linked your record with the corresponding record on Family Search. You may still get hints, as Ancestral Quest will attempt to match your record with the record on Family Search, and if it finds a match, it will show you hints for the matching record. But if Ancestral Quest cannot find a match, you would need to do a manual process to see if a match already exists on Family Search, or you'll need to upload a copy of your record to Family Search so that Family Search can start looking for hints for this record. Let me demonstrate these situations. You can see that most of the records on this pedigree view are linked, and that most of the linked records have Family Search hints. Catherine Makepeace is an exception. Even though she is linked, Family Search has no hints for her. Even though this record of Susanna Meredith is not linked with Family Search, she has hints. Let's look at her TreeTips screen. Notice the button allowing you to link to Family Search person. If I were to use that button to link her, future updates to the list of hinting would go more quickly, and I would be able to view her sources on Family Search to see yet additional original records that I can't see when she is not linked. Note that Samuel Meredith is not linked, nor are there any hints for him. Let's look at the TreeTips window. Ancestral Quest gives you the message that it simply could not find a match. Use the Add Link Person to Family Search button to perform a manual search to attempt to link Samuel to an existing record on Family Search. And if no existing record is found, you can then easily add Samuel so that Family Search can start looking for hints. Margaret Campbell provides another situation. She is not linked to a record in Family Search and has no hints listed. Yet when you open the TreeTips window, it indicates that Ancestral Quest must have found a match, but that there were no hints. Still, you could now use the button to link to Family Search person to see if there are any original source documents listed as sources. Let me demonstrate the value of the Family Search sources for finding original documents. If I click on the blue tree icon for John Nebeker, Ancestral Quest will read in the basic information for him from Family Search, where I can compare the data in my database as compared with the data in Family Search Family Tree. Note that I have 0 sources currently in my database for John, and yet there are 60 sources in Family Search. Let me click on this button to bring up the list of family search sources. I want to show you the 1850 census record that is listed in these sources. Here it is. This is not listed in the list of hints for John. If I click on the source title, it brings up more information about the source, including a link to view the source online. Let me click on that. And we are now able to look at the original document that includes John and his family in 1850. Now let's go back to Ancestral Quest and to the main page. Please note that you can use TreeTips to link your records to Family Search one at a time. If you want to use the Family Search hints, it may be beneficial to link larger groups of records. Ancestral Quest has options to link all members of a family quickly by reviewing a record and working with the parents and siblings or with the spouses and children. You can also quickly link even larger groups of records by going to the Family Search menu and selecting the option to link and upload groups, so you can spend more time focusing on researching rather than linking records one at a time. I hope this demonstration of various situations will help you get the most out of Ancestral Quest's ability to help you find hints and original documents on Family Search. If you need further help with the concepts of linking and adding records to Family Search, please view our other tutorials. I have now explained the nuts and bolts of the various components of TreeTips. We have prepared a separate case study video which assumes you already know what is taught in this video, as it quickly demonstrates the use of TreeTips in doing research and growing your family tree. As you take your time to review the records and trees that TreeTips puts at your fingertips, you will find a wealth of information. We don't claim that all of the possible genealogy records in the world will present themselves to you through these services. Sometimes you'll have to dig deeper through other sources. But TreeTips, combined with what you already know about your family and what you can find by asking questions of your living relatives, should be able to get most users well along their way. Thank you for watching this video. If you know of others who would benefit from the research assistance provided by TreeTips, please share this video with them.